Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to do your July the 16th, just for today in a meditation. Time is flying. It seems like I just said that about June, and here we are already in the halfway mark of July. I hope everyone is doing well today. I know that I am a little bit behind by 4 hours or so for when I like to upload this video. Been dealing with some high blood pressure and headaches and all that stuff that comes with old age. Well, maybe not for some people, but for me. Hey, listen, let's get into this. I'm glad to be with you finally. So, greet you this morning. All right, the title of the meditation is Self-esteem. Deep inside, I had feelings of inadequacy and inferiority. Somewhere along the way, many of us develop strong feelings of inadequacy and inferiority. Deep inside was a voice that continually cried out, "You're worthless." Many of us learn to recognize this characteristic of low self esteem very early in our recovery. Some of us may feel that our feelings of inferiority were where all our problems began. Whether we learn this low self esteem in our families or through our interactions with others in NA, we learn the tools for reclaiming ourselves. Building up our fractured self esteem sometimes begins by simply accepting a service position. Or perhaps our phone begins to ring, and for the first time, people are calling just to see how we are. They don't want anything from us but to reach out and help. Next, we get a sponsor, someone who teaches us that we are worthwhile and believe in us until we can believe in ourselves. Our sponsor guides us through the 12 steps where we learn who we really are, not who we have been built, not who we have built ourselves up or down to be. I want to reread that sentence. It's a good sentence. So let me go back and make sure we hit it. Okay. Our sponsor guides us through the 12 steps where we learn who we really are, not who we have built ourselves up or down to be. Low self esteem doesn't go away overnight. Sometimes it takes years for us to really get in touch with ourselves. But with the help of other members of NA who share our same feelings, and by working the 12 steps, we blossom into individuals whom others, and most importantly, we ourselves respect. Just for today, I will remember that I am deserving of my higher power's love. I know that I am a worthy human being. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Powerful. This is a powerful meditation, and it's a timely one. And it's one that I most certainly today can relate to. There are times, even with all of this clean time, and I'm coming up on 30 years of not picking up anything, my mood altering drugs to change my reality. And I find that I still struggle sometimes with low self esteem. And I know exactly where it came from. I know exactly where it came from. And I can still hear those um, thoughts, trying to control me and tell me that you're ugly, you're this, you're fat, you're never going to be anything. Why do you dress like that? No one's paying attention to you. You're not as smart as so and so. You're not as skinny as so and so. Your skin isn't as beautiful as so and so's. And what about this? What about your eyes? They're so, so large. And these negative icky thoughts just continue to just be present. It seems like the sound of them become quieter over the years, but there's times when you hit a bump in the road and all of a sudden that negative, icky, low self-esteem, those thoughts that you used to have before you got to recovery that were with you most of your life, they just seem to turn up the volume. If that's you out there listening today, I want to say that you're deserving of your higher power's love. You do have worth as a human being, and you have love as a human being. Many people love you. And maybe because your mind was so altered from using drugs, you didn't realize that they were expressing love to you. You turned them away, you alienated them. But now you're cleaning up, and this is going to be a time of refreshing for you. We just hold on and stay the course. This is an excellent time to get into service work, even if you only have a few days clean. There's service work that you can actually do for any group, and no one would question your intention or disallow you to engage. You can help with things like coffee if they have coffee. You can help with things like straightening up the tables and making them look beautiful, making sure they're clean. Right? You can help with things like making sure the bathroom is stocked with toilet tissue and that it stays clean, even during the meeting. You can greet people. You don't have to be the greeter. You can still greet people. You can stand over by your table or your chair and make sure that anyone that passes by, that you give them a hug, that you reach out to them. Service work can be life-saving, especially when you're dealing with this low self-esteem. I tell every newcomer, get in where you fit in. There's room in this circle. If you go to our basic text and you look at the symbol, there is room within this circle for every manifestation of the recovering addict. That's not word for word, but it's pretty darn close. And I just want to value you today and appreciate you today. We do change, but sometimes we change back in little increments. But we're wise today. The wisdom to know the difference. We're wise today. We see the change coming back, the change trying to creep up on us, the negativity, the low self-esteem, the hopelessness. See, I feel like I am speaking to myself today. That's why I can have so much passion about it, because I can relate. With almost 30 years clean, August 28th of this year, I will have 30 years. And a lot of those 30 years have not been complete recovery. The majority of them, I would say about 25 of them, maybe a little more, 28. I think it was about 8 years in when I finally had a true surrender and stopped hurting other people because I was just so angry. But irregardless, even in those years of recovery, intentional recovery, 23 years or so, there's been times where my mind has not always been the best. It vacillates back and forth between negativity and positivity. Oh, there's been days that I've done the recording and I was just in an absolute funk. But as soon as I turn my mic on and as soon as I do my testing for the sound, throw my headphones on, perfect the deliverance of it to the best of my ability, all games on. It's like I come to life doing this service. No one asked me to do this. This was something that came up as a result of a passion that I have. This is my vision. God gave this to me. And as soon as I was obedient to it, you I can't even explain how slow. If you look back at the Just for the Days from last year with 2 views, 3 views, and granted, I haven't increased that much. I think, the most views I've seen on here is about 70 something in a day, to someone else. I mean, Mr. Beast, compared to Mr. Beast, I'm not really cranking on anything, right? But the point is that with consistency, through my storms, through my low self-esteem periods, through all of that self-questioning, through that, all of that, I've been able to do something that makes me feel better. And that's reaching out to you out there in the worldwide net land. All of you people out there, that treatment center that is just rocking my world with your messages, right? The treatment center, rather, that's out there, and all the individuals that it is impacting as a part of their daily routine. I'm just excited that one of their counselors landed on this website and said, you know what? This is something we want for our clients to hear and to have. Thank you. A wonderful gentleman reached out to me and indicated that. You know what that does for your spirit? When you're exhausted and someone says, thank you. All those comments you guys leave, and I find them. When I get to them, I respond with a heart or a message. Like, you've given me life. And so I'm going to continue to do this because it's something that adds value to my life, knowing that you benefit. Listen, my name is Mighty Stream. I want to get on over to the spiritual principle of day in a meditation. I want to make sure that I do that for you. So I thank you for listening. I want you to have a beautiful day on purpose, and I most certainly intend to talk to you soon.